Hello everyone. In this session, we'll be talking about the extract filters. Extract filters in Tableau are a crucial aspect of data preparation and performance optimization. They allow you to filter and limit the data that is included in an extract, providing a streamlined and efficient data set for your visualization. By selecting the specified data based on the conditions or criteria, you can reduce the size of your extract, improve the query performance, and ensure that your visualization displays only the data relevant to your analysis. Extract filters help us to maintain a balance between the data and detail and performance, ensuring that your Tableau dashboards and reports are both responsive and insightful. Whether you are dealing with the large data sets or aiming for faster loading data times, Extract Filter plays a pivotal role in optimizing your data for impactful data-driven insights. In the previous sessions, we have already talked about the live connections and the extract connections, and we also looked at some of the steps to make a extract connection. Here, we will try to make an extract data with the help of using extract filters. So let's go to the Tableau screen and see how we can create an extract filter. So we are in our Tableau screen and we are working with this global superstore data. So what I need to do is I need to create an extract connection out of it. And for that, I'm using the Tableau desktop. Please note that this particular option is not available in Tableau public. So if you have to create an extract connection, you need to use the Tableau desktop application. So the Tableau desktop is available for a student for 14 days, or if you are looking to just skip the license part and take that 1 year subscription, that is also available for the students. So you can opt in for 1 year free trial, and that would be for students only. So if you are looking to do that, you have to download the Tableau desktop application. Here, I have this option to create the extract connection as well as I have the option to create a live connection for you. Now we are working with this global superstore data. If I go to the sheet option, here you would be looking at the multiple dimensions that are present in this particular data set. I can see that there is a field called regions, there is a field called market, and there are multiple markets and regions inside it. Now let's assume a case where you want to take the data only for a single market. You don't want to see every market that is present over there. So if I double click on this market, I can see that right now the data is present for these 7 markets: Africa, APAC, Canada, EMEA, EU, LATAM, and US. If I talk about the regions, the data is present for these specific regions. Now let's say if I want to see the data only for the Asia region, and that is the North Asia or maybe Central Asia, what would I do? Or if I was talking about the market, if you want to just see the data for the EU region, what would you do? So over here, what we were doing is we were creating some filters. So I was dragging this field in the filters and I was creating some specific filters based on that particular option. Now you don't want to do that because what it would do is it would still take the whole data and apply the filter on the top of it. It would cost some time, it would cost some computation, and that would be very time consuming process sometimes if you are dealing with a very large data set. But let's say if you want to create a extract data out of your original data set, that data would contain only this part, then that data can be smaller in size and that can be faster than that whole data. So how can you create that kind of data? So again, I'll go in the data source option, and here what I'll do is I'll choose this extract option. After choosing this extract option, I can click on edit, and after clicking on edit, it would ask me that what is the logical option that you want to apply on the top of it, or what is the filter that you want to apply on the top of it. Because right now in the filters option, I have already applied this EU, so it is showing me this part. But if you want to remove it, you can select that part and remove it, and you can apply any custom filter over here. Let's say if I click on add, it would ask me what is the dimension on which you want to apply the filter, or what is the measure that in which you want to apply the filter. So here what I'm doing is I'm selecting this market region. After selecting the market, it would show you all the entries that are present in that market. So I'm choosing EU and I can click on OK. If you want to choose any other option as well, you can choose. Let's say if you want to choose Africa region as well, you can check it. Right now I'm only selecting the EU region. After selecting the EU region, you can click on OK. Over here, if you want to apply any kind of aggregation on the top of it, you can do so by using this option. And if you want to view only the top 100 rows, top 2000 rows, or any kind of data, you can do it with the help of this option. For now, I can see that the overall data set contains 51,290 rows. But this would not be the case when I have selected only the EU region. This would then shorten the data. So let's see how many data rows are present over there. So finish this extract data, I can simply click on OK, and it would include all the rows that contains EU market. Now, if you click on the sheet one, it would then open a drop box, and this box over here would ask you that where do you want to save this data set that you have just created. So right now I have just created a data set which is an extract data. Let's say I want to store it on the desktop, and I'll name it EU data, EU market data. Let's select desktop. Now I want to change the data source. I don't want to use this global superstore data anymore. I want to work with the newly created data set. For that, what I'll do is I'll change the data set from over here. So let it create the data set. It would take few seconds to create. Okay. It has created the data set. Now, again, if I go to the data source, you can see the original data source is present over here. So let's remove it. So what I'll do is I'll just click over here and click on edit connections. After clicking on the edit connections, it would ask me what is the data that you want to select. So right now I have saved my particular data set on desktop only, and you can click over here and select all files and it would show you this. But selecting this from the data source option would give you an error. Let's look at that error. So I quickly select this EU market data and click on open. Okay, so you can see that it has now given me this error. This error says that Tableau could not connect to the data source and it is illegal file type. And this is showing me because I am choosing the option to open the dataset from this particular option. What I can do instead is I can go to the file option and I can click on the open option. So if you go to the file, click on open, and here you can choose the data source. So right now, if I choose this EU market data and click on open, then it would take my data and it would give any error. So in the previous data set, we saw that we were having 51,000 records. Over here, if you look closely, I have 10,000 records now. So it has filtered out the data which only has the market as EU. If you want to see it, you can also go in the sheets option, and here you can click on the market option. After click on the market, you can see I have not applied any filter right now. It has automatically taken the market as EU. I can then make my visualizations. I can choose any measure and I can simply create any visualizations that I would like to create, and that particular visualization would have the filter as EU only. So on the top of every visualization, I don't need to select a specific market region. So this was the way in which you can try to create and extract data out of any data set. We have already discussed about how this extract data works and how it is good compared to the whole data set. If you have a short span of period in which you want to do the analysis and you don't want to apply the filters multiple times, or if you want to take a small amount of data to do your calculations, this can be a good option for you. I hope this session was clear to you. In the next session, we will be looking at how to create some data source filters. Thank you.